Are your jets missing the mark? In this episode of Aston1936.com, I'm going to show you how to aim the windshield washer jets. Now, we probably don't even think about this until we're in the moment. We're driving along, we pull the washer handle, and the jets kind of go in the wrong places. It's pretty typical that that might happen. I think it should be part of every annual service that you check this. It's a pretty easy thing to do. It's so easy that I think you could even do it at the roadside. Now, how does it get knocked out of alignment? Well, if somebody's washing the car and gets a rag under this part of the hood right here, you can knock the little adjustment levers. So it's not uncommon for this to happen, but it's a really easy thing to fix. Let me show you how now. So let me show you what the problem is. So you can see the driver's side is super low and the passenger side is probably going right over the roof. So I've got a condition where I have my driver's side really low and the passenger side is shooting right up over top of the roof. So let's get on with adjusting them. So the first thing to try and show you is that the jets are just located here under the hood, and it's pretty much going to be tough to see, but maybe you can bring the camera in and just, so we can see it hiding just in here. And on the actual jet itself, there's a little lever bar that goes across. And that's what makes this so easy to be toolless. You basically can just slide the little lever bar up or down to aim it on the windshield. So you can be at the roadside and you just have to get out and give this a little push and you can make a quick adjustment as needed. So where are we going to aim it? So this is a bit of a religious decision, apparently, as I've discovered on the internet. If you ask somebody, some say it should aim high so that when you're going 70 miles an hour, the wind blows it down to the middle. Some say you should aim low so that the wiper blade sweeps it up into the rest of the glass. I don't know. I'm going to aim it for the middle because that seems logical to me. Even if you're at speed, it's just going to land a little bit lower and the wiper blade will carry it up. I'm worried that if you aim a bit too high and the wind carries it away, it might not do you any good. So if you're low, at least it's going to hit the glass. So maybe midway to the 1/3 way up the glass is probably appropriate. When I'm in the car, that's going to be sometimes a little harder to judge. This might be just overkill, but you know, somewhere along that line is what I'm going to probably shoot for. So this is an iterative process. There is no micrometer that you adjust over here. We're basically just going to make an adjustment, hop in the car, give it a squirt, get out of the car, go adjust it again a little bit by little till you get it to where you want it. But it'll just take a couple of tries. So in the meantime, I'm going to actually start by I'm feeling the full range, full up, full down on the adjustment. I'm going to bring it back to the middle and just see what we get. So I've nailed it on the driver's side already, but the passenger side's still high. So that was it. It took me basically 2 tries to sort of get it adjusted. I've got them both kind of even between the 1/3 and halfway mark. Success. So something you can easily do on the roadside if you find that you need to do it in a pinch. If your car is suffering from a weak stream, where you're noticing that there's hardly any fluid coming out of the jets, it could just be an age thing. A weak stream or low flow is really going to come from 3 or 4 different things. One is that the jets themselves could be clogged. And what I would suggest you do is you have a look at them. Now they're awfully tough to see, but if you open your hood, you can see them even better. And what I did is I stuck my camera in and I took a picture of it. So use your smartphone and take a close-up photo of the tip of the jet. It should look something like this, where you can see that there's basically a plastic jet, and it's just got a horizontal slot in it. You don't want to mangle up the slot with a pin or something, but if you do see some debris stuck in it, you can get in there and use a pin and kind of clean out any of the crust that's kind of built up in it or a piece of debris. If you find that there's nothing plugging it at all and it looks like this photo, you probably got a problem elsewhere. So one of the obvious things could be is that there's a leak between the pump down here in the fender well and the jet itself. So you can take a look around and see if water is coming out of a different spot where it shouldn't be. Essentially there's a hose that comes up to here, comes across to the jet, goes across to the other jet. So if you're seeing water leaking in the engine bay, maybe the hose is cracked. But if you just have weak flow, one of the things, and your car is 15 years old like mine, what I found when I had my windshield washer bottle, so the washer bottle tank sits down in here, and you have this pump. Well, the pump inserts into a rubber grommet that's in the bottom of the tank. Well, all the crud for years builds up in the bottom of the tank, and to stop the crud from getting sucked into the pump and into the jet nozzles, Aston Martin built this filter right into this rubber plug. And this was all crusted over on my car. I had a bunch of junk in the bottom of the tank, but this could just be removed. You'd have to get access to the bottle. You don't have to remove it. You can pry the pump up out of the plug, pry the plug out of the bottle, and then take this over to the sink, clean it up with a toothbrush, and put it back all together. You don't even have to disconnect the hose or the electrical from the pump to do that. And maybe this is what's plugged up and causing the low flow for your car. So I've got a whole video on how to refurbish one of these things. I'll probably link that at the end. Well, that was easy. Any of you can do that in just a minute's effort. Down here, you'll find the companion blog article that'll have a couple of better photos of the actual jet and nozzle. Up here, you'll probably find a related video, probably me working on the windshield washer tank. If you like videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe. And as always, I love to hear your comments. Please leave those down below. Thanks for watching.